Hello? I need to check if this stream's actually working. If not, I'll restart quickly. Hello guys, if you can hear me. Yes, you can. It looks like you can hear me. Welcome to the stream. If you can see me, I'm going to be talking about FIFA 21. Welcome to the stream. Let me know if all the audio's working properly. If the video's making any weird noises. I very much appreciate you coming onto the stream. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. Bottom right hand corner. And today, as you can see, we'll be talking about FIFA 21. Here's all the website. I'm on the website right now. With all the features that they've recently announced. Obviously there's way more information they've yet to tell us. They're going to tell us this in August, but I want to know your thoughts as well as I talk about it. I'm going to talk about the new features if you haven't yet, but also talk about my thoughts of them, because I think some of you guys, if you're watching this, you're a FIFA fan, I'm assuming, or a football fan at least, so you kind of know some of the improvements that they are going to make. So yeah, it's all about discussion, it's all about your different opinions. So yeah, let's go talk about the gameplay. It's all about, I want you guys to talk to me here, because I don't want to just be me rambling on about my own opinions, because some of you guys want more pro clubs improvements, some of you want Volta improvements, career mode. You know, everyone has their niche. So yeah, I really want you guys to leave your thoughts down below in the comments section after the video, if you're not watching this live, or if you're watching this live, leave your thoughts on what I'm gonna say. For FIFA 21, I am excited. I'm a career mode YouTuber. If you haven't checked it out, check out my channel. I really very much appreciate it. So yeah, the main thing for me is career mode. But also, I do play a lot of Ultimate Team. And I am very much excited for FIFA 21 because it looks like they have, for at least career mode, what they're promising us here, EA, is a lot of changes. Some changes that, okay, granted, should have came ages ago. But we'll get onto that in quite a bit. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. Very much appreciate it. Thank you for the like. Leave your thoughts. It's all about discussion, guys. All about discussion. So yeah, gameplay. Yeah, we're gonna talk about everything basically. But I'm trying not to be too long on stuff I don't know about. But yeah. But also there's some news that other YouTubers know things that we don't necessarily know, and they've hinted at some stuff that they are gonna show in the future. So let's talk about the gameplay. FIFA 21 rewards you for your creativity and control over the pitch. Okay, standard EA stuff. Create more scoring opportunities with all new dynamic attacking systems. Okay, explode with a new agile dribbling. Faster footwork gives you more control and responsiveness in one-on-one situations. And use skill moves like the bridge dribble and ball roll fake turn provide you with the means to explode past defenders. So those are skill moves. I'm not the best skill moves guy. If you see my videos, you would know that. But that's good. They're always adding more good dribbling, and to be fair, dribbling's always been it's always been smooth in FIFA, I like to think. I don't know about skill moves because I'm not good at them, so I don't really attempt them ever. But I don't know about you guys, so yeah. New positioning personality. Wait, some of these names they give is so funny. Raises the importance of positional awareness. World-class forwards or better players will hold their runs to stay level with the last defender. Playmakers will hunt for space to operate between the lines, and best defenders will close down passing lanes. But isn't that what they should have done ages ago? I swear this is what they should do. So I don't know if they're saying this is new position and personality. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but shouldn't this be happening before? Or maybe they're improving it for this one, I don't know. We'll see. We don't know about how good these gameplay changes are before we actually play it. This is why when we hear new features about career mode Ultimate Team, if it sounds good, it probably is good. But for gameplay, sometimes they just say, oh, new positioning personality when it comes out, with glitches when it comes out. So that's the thing with gameplay. Creative runs, though, this looks interesting. Gives you new options for influencing your team's movement off the ball, revolutionizing attack build-up play in FIFA 21 and providing you with more ways to break down the defense. We saw a mini second of it, you know, in the trailer they released. There was a little snippet where you could see like someone, you could make like a line for like an attacker, and whatever the line you place it on, like you can visually see where you're making your player run in. So you create the creative run, and you can see the visualization of how they're running in the game. It's if you get me, what, please tell me if you understand. Fabrizio Fazano, thank you for coming to the chat. Thank you for letting me know what your thoughts are. That sounds like even more scripting. What does sound like scripting, mate? What specifically sounds like scripting? Are you talking about the new positioning personality, where our world-class forwards will decide when to stay on the line with the defender or best defenders? Is that you talking about the positioning personality, mate? This one. To be fair, there's always been an element of scripting in FIFA, whether you like it or not. Maybe it's just annoying, man. It's just annoying. Like sometimes you feel like when I'm playing an AI game, I feel like, or even an online game, if you've missed a lot of chances in the game and it's so frustrating, odds on the other team is just going to get one chance and score. It's like one of those things. That's one of many examples. So yeah, they haven't really talked about creative runs that much. But in the trailer, you see a snippet. I think that's what they're referring to. So you're going to be able to press a button or something, and that you can actually influence what the attacking players do. I think you can do that already, but in this case, you're going to be able to see a visualization on this. Something like, much like NBA, when you're playing NBA 2K, if you play that, you can make the other player make a run, and you can see the line they make. You can see the run they make from the line on the floor. They put like a line on the floor and stuff. So that could be very interesting, and that could allow people to have more control in the way they attack. Fabrizio said, yes, it is so you're saying the positioning personality has more scripting. It could be, because personality can equal, it's EA determining which players do what, but does that change with certain moments in the game? So if it's 0-0 in the 90th minute, does EA change the behavior of the players? Sounds ridiculous, but it could be true. You've seen it all before, that they change the player's personality to fit the script, so to speak. But I don't know, we'll see when we play the game. But to be fair, every FIFA's had scripting, and that's been a big problem throughout all the FIFAs, so I don't expect it to change here. Whether it's from this new personality or not. The more scripting, how many scripting can you get? Hello, Vanessa. Hola. Hola, Vanessa. Welcome to the stream. Let me know your thoughts. Are you Spanish? You have a very Spanish-sounding name, Vanessa Silva. You love to see it. In FIFA 21, key footballing moments include goal-mouth scrambles, battles for possession in the midfield, and attacking duels. Can you see me, guys, or what? God, my mouth might be a bit covered up, I can see. Okay, let me know if you can see my face. Key footballing moments including goal-mouth scrambles, attacking duels will be naturally... Okay, this is just waffle. Smoother encounters, they say this every year. Informed by the feedback, and you can see they have listened to feedback in general. But what's this? Replicating the playstyle of the best FIFA players in the world. The competitor mode setting gives you opposition a better grasp of skill moves, dribbling types, tactics. And while dribbling types and tactics gives you a better grasp of these skill moves in competitor mode to give you a more challenging, rewarding opponent to match up with on legendary and ultimate difficulty. So this mode makes it harder. It's like but isn't that what difficulty's for? Cheers, mate. Cheers for telling me the face cam's alright. Yeah, I think I've adjusted myself a better. So this new competitor mode, I think, so I'm guessing this will be, I don't know if this will, which mode this will be on, if it's all going to be spread out across all modes, but they're gonna give the opposition a better grasp of skill moves, dribbling types, and tactics. That's confusing to me, because you're just making it harder. But that's just another difficulty, but it says it'll match up with Legendary and Ultimate. And they say they're going to replicate the playstyle. So if you want to play the opposition as if they are almost if you want to learn to be better at the game and play like a pro, and play against pros, I'm guessing, you're going to do that. We're going to have to see how that works before that happens. So yeah, guys, don't be afraid to leave your thoughts on, what's your thoughts on this competitor mode thing? You can say it as I read different stuff. Because yeah, it could be decent. It could be decent. It seems to be if it's following through with that EA ideology. EA's thinking of they want more people to get into FUT Champions. So maybe it's some kind of like, you know how they introduced last year, wasn't the replay mode where you can watch competitive matches? I think it's sort of like building upon that and getting more people to do foot champs and become esports like. Whether you like that or not is your opinion, but I don't. Many people have said that's ruined the game. Yeah, exactly. Fabrizio says that's so vague. I don't even know what it means. Yeah, no, mate. It's just that's what I'm saying. We need obviously some of these things. You have to give them a bit of slack because they're saying full reveal coming in August. So maybe we'll see more. It is. But yeah, I don't know. Some people say the esports angle is ruining the game and making the gameplay more boring, or and other stuff, other problems that you can let me know about. So yeah, I do think it is. I think there's an element of esports that have ruined the game to some extent, especially the gameplay. But yeah, let's move on to career mode, because career mode is my bread and butter, really, to be honest. I don't know if you can see this. You can see the snippet of the picture that you can see. Yeah, you can see it just about there. We'll show you. Yeah, I think you can just about see the picture that they've given you for career mode. This is the one big new feature that they've just announced for career mode, but there's many more that actually I really like to talk about, and it really makes this year seem like a year for EA to actually focus on career mode a lot. Yeah, so it looks like you have a interactive match sim, jump in, jump out of matches. They put this in the trailer. I was gassed, to be fair. The way they did it made it look so sick. I love Haaland celebration already, so they just put that with career mode sim to make people seem gassed off a feature that's been there since FIFA 08, but they removed it. But now it's back. It's back, and I couldn't be more happier, to be honest. Thank you for the like, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. Yeah, so interactive match sim. As you can see, let me know if you can see this. Yeah, there's a you can pause the game, but it's on the 2D simulation. So the simulation is not going to be like 1 second and you get given a result. You can influence now simulations, and you can make yourself even feel like even more of a manager. Jump in and out of matches to influence the course of the action. Take charge of key moments, including penalties, free kicks. That's cool. I like that. If there's a way you can just jump in and then just jump out quick time for like proper like mad moments like penalties and free kicks, that's sick as well. That's even more like detail. So you don't just have to come in for. You don't just. Well, to be fair, I don't know if it'll have an option to be like penalty now is there. You jump in. You just decide yourself. I'm guessing. Monitor match data and make changes directly from the sim based on the match stats, and your players' performance levels and stamina. So I'm tripping over my words. I'm so excited. I know it's a feature that should have been here ages ago, but to see it finally here in such good presentation, I like how they've got the Champions League angle, and obviously Premier League will be different and stuff like that. I like those wallpapers. It makes it look a bit cooler. It makes the menus look more exciting. But yeah, the actual gameplay of it, you can see the stamina going down for both teams, and you can switch it up to ratings, stats, and game plan. That's really cool. So you know when to make the subs. You can pause the game 2D section and then jump in. Quick sim. You can do a quick sim. Quick sim. So I'm guessing you can, if you want to just skip the match, you can press that quick skim button. It does sound pretty sick, mate. I agree. Quick sim. So there's an option here in the quick sim. I don't know if you can see on the picture. So mate, that's it. I didn't notice that one before. So if you don't want to do the whole match and just like watch through the game slowly, you can just quick sim like you usually would, I think, or something like that. Team management, of course, makes subs when you can. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Apparently, the loading speed when you press jump in apparently is so quick. Obviously, it makes sense to be quick because we're now in bloody, was it 2020 now? You know, I mean, if they introduced it, if they brought it back in FIFA 14, it might have been a bit of loading screen, but now it's proper quick now, and that's going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool to actually have in the game. It makes career mode videos a lot more better. So yeah, you're not going to want to miss that content from me. Trust me. Really cool stuff. But I'm not going to give them that much credit, EA, because they should have had this ages ago. But now they've listened to people and they've done it. They've done it now. They would like to repackage features and make it look like it's a new thing. But you know what? The speed's faster now. Obviously, we live in a time where the loading speed is fast, and now they can do this. It's calm. But what I was impressed with career mode in particular is that EA didn't just do this main feature and did nothing else. They properly went for it this year for career mode. From the looks of it, there's so many more detail to career mode now. Again, you could have argued you could have done this a few years back, but some of these are very, very good that they didn't necessarily have to do. Bloody hell, it's warm. Manager, yeah. Apparently, MGH, the career mode YouTuber, if you know who he is, he's a great YouTuber. He said that when he was playing FIFA with EA, I think some of the YouTubers got invited to play the EA games, FIFA, and they said apparently it's one of their taglines will be the year of the career. So they're saying that EA have prioritized and put a tagline saying FIFA 21 is the year of the career mode in terms of them making the most changes that they ever had. That's what it seems to imply. That's what MGH said. That they called it the year of the career, and it seems to be showing here because they've got so many new features that just make you being a manager feel so much more worth it. It's just you can do stuff as a manager that's similar to Football Manager almost. I'm not saying it's gonna be as good, but that's the level of detail people want to go to in career mode, and that's what we're looking like because you can. One of the main things people changing positions from centre back CDM. You don't need mods to do it. Okay, put the options you can do in the mods in the actual game, and this is what they've done. Manage your players' developments in greater detail with a revamped growth system. Turn right backs into right wingers, defensive midfielders, turn them into centre backs, and more to fill gaps in your team. Now that is sensational. I'm going to say that a lot. I always like saying sensational. Fabricio says, I hope they bring headers back because they're a thing in real football. That's jokes, man. That's jokes. Yeah, headers are too hard in a game, man. All my days. Like once every like 2 months I get one, even if I'm lucky. It's funny, man. To be fair, it's hard to balance crossing out. I remember in FIFA 14 crossing used to be OP, you know. God, how times change. Yeah, that's something people have been looking for ages, and it's just gonna make your career mode that much more individual to yourself. If you want to make Timothy Fosu-Mensah, for example, because I support Man United, a CDM, you make him a CDM. Actually, no, can you do that? It's going to be interesting to see the level of depth of how many positions you can change. Knowing EA, they'll probably just only do like right wingers can only turn into right backs or vice versa, you know what I mean? So it's going to be very interesting to see how that works, but I'm excited to see like a menu. It looks like they're going to have a separate menu to revamp your growth settings and actually change your positions of the player. Monitor player attribute changes during training to see how your squad is progressing. So what I'm guessing is we'll have to see that as well, but you get a more clear understanding of how your players are progressing. You don't always have to look at the stats from individually. You can just quickly maybe see a graph going up or down. Maybe like one of those graphs they used to do where it's like you can see the actual progress, maybe long-term potential graph. I don't know, we'll have to see. Hopefully they do something like that, but we'll see. But the changing positions has been something people would be asking for. They didn't have to do that, but they've put that in, and that's gonna make the game even more sweeter for career mode YouTubers and all players in general. Get more insight into squad performance levels with match sharpness. A new attribute, match sharpness. So I'm guessing, team morale, was it team morale, there's player morale, there's gonna be player morale. I'm guessing there's gonna be match sharpness. I'm guessing another tab for another new attribute, because they're saying it's a new attribute that indicates how likely your players are to perform in the most crucial moments during the course of the game. But that does sound similar to morale, because morale can impact that as well, don't they? But I'm guessing they're gonna just make it a bit more specific. Match sharpness, I think they have something like that in Football Manager, I'm not sure. That's going to increase, you can increase your player's sharpness with a new active training system that gives you the ability to set up group training sessions. That's really cool. That's really cool. Group training sessions, so it's not just individual now. It makes it seem like more of a team. You're a manager coaching these players at the same time, which happens most of the time in real life. It's not just one player doing one thing all the time. More realistic, but also more detailed in terms of gameplay. Getting you sharpness up for everybody. Improve the likelihood of your strikers putting big chances away, or of defenders making key tackles. That could be really good. It could be glitched, like obviously other times. It could get, obviously we have to rely on EA not making glitches like the first 3 months of FIFA 20. But yeah, that's in general, to be honest. But yeah, this group training sessions, that seems to be really good. That's really good. They didn't have to do the group's training sessions bit. They could have just done match sharpness and just done some random stuff. They could, to be fair, even match sharpness in itself is more detailed attribute if it's alongside player morale. But having the group training sessions again makes it that more realistic. But how is it going to work? Are you going to be able to play as all the groups and or choose to simulate it like the individual ones? It's going to be very cool to see how they do that. But plan your team's training schedule with a new activity management system. Bro, this is this is brilliant. Sensational. You're being a manager, you're scheduling training now. Bro, when I saw that in Football Manager, I'm like, whoa. Oh, they'll be dreaming VA doing this. And now they're doing it. Now that is good. That is really good. Decide when to train and when to rest during the week, as you balance your players' sharpness with morale and fitness to make the difference between winning and losing. So sharpness could be the main attribute and morale and fitness just form to make that. That's interesting. We'll see. So maybe they will combine it. The match sharpness thing sounds a bit cheesy. It sounds a bit cheesy, but the fact that they're implementing it with the gameplay makes it better, in my opinion. Like, if they just did the match sharpness thing by itself without the group training session thing, I think it would have been a bit more cheesy. Obviously, we still need to see actual gameplay. But I see what you mean, mate. We'll see how it all plays out. But with this new activity management system, it's not going to be like a case where simulate all the training, 5 days, match day, you can't train. Oh, now it's available to train. Simulate again. Boring, just waiting and waiting. It's just more detailed, more feeling like this guy has his own training schedule for Birmingham City career mode, whereas I have a different kind of training session for Aston Villa career mode. Which type of combination of training and what times are the best to train people? You're gonna see a lot of YouTube videos like that. Hopefully, hopefully there's not like OP tactics or like stuff that breaks the game. Let's hope not. But it's just differentiating each manager. You get to decide your own training sessions or when to rest, when to train. And apparently, according to MGH, resting players is important. Sometimes even just as important, if not more, than actually training your players. Obviously, just like in real life, it's always important to rest players and not always overwork the players. But obviously, you're going to be making the mistakes. If you want to overwork your players, you can do that, just like Mourinho would. Like, you know what I mean? It's making that thing more realistic, but also making you feel in control of the game as well. Okay, it's all good doing good TV packages to make it more realistic, but how does it impact gameplay? Gameplay and realism combined, and that's another great step in the right direction, in my opinion. Fabrizio says, I hope activity management doesn't turn out to be something that we do it the first couple of times, then we get bored and start delegating. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's been a thing for years, for like training. But with this, you can delegate. So do you want to have more fun doing the training sessions each time? Because they have to make the training sessions themselves more fun if you want to do it every time. And it is a long time. And people will delegate. And it's not that bad to delegate. But the whole thing with the schedule, you can't delegate a schedule. Because you put the thing in the schedule. The whole point of putting all the things in the schedule will be fun in itself, in my opinion. Whether you delegate each training session or not. Because you're putting the plans in place. And it's your choice to whether delegate it or not delegate it. You'll have to schedule something. I don't know if you'll have to schedule it. I don't want to. Yeah, that's the danger where activity management is not something you necessarily need to do. I think they should make it integral. Make it, like they said, make the difference between winning and losing. Will it actually make a difference? That's the question. Otherwise, it will be like you said, we get bored of it. But I think it's going to be good. I think, in my opinion, it just people will enjoy it whether they delegate it or not. That's the optimism of me, because you're making a schedule. The whole point, me making a schedule in itself is sick, in my opinion. It just gets me gassed as a career mode YouTuber. Enhanced opposition AI sees opponents approach games with more intelligence. Yeah, in more better AI decision making and marking, tackling, passing, and dribbling. I'm guessing you can hear me, guys. Yeah, you can hear me. I'm just guessing. I'm just checking. I don't know about this enhanced. Oh crap! Did I delete a message? Sorry. I accidentally deleted your message, mate. Sorry, but I've already read it out. New systems create more informed AI decision making, marking, tackling, passing, dribbling to present you with more challenges during each match and keep your career fresh from game to game. We'll see if that's true. Let's move on. FIFA 21 career mode enhances transfer realism by providing both human and AI controlled teams with new ways to sign players. That's cool. Making loan to buy offers. Again, that's a feature that got taken out, but they put it back in. Optional or mandatory future transfer fees. I don't know if they had this before, but you had mandatory future transfer fees to secure new talent for your team. That's cool. That's going to allow people to sign players, bigger players than, like, let's say you're like Everton, you're signing like almost David Alaba. You could loan him and you could buy him for future fees. That'd be so cool. So you don't necessarily have to pay up front. That used to be so fun back in the day in FIFA 14, FIFA 15. And it's good to see that back, and mandatory as well. I think that's an extra little bit of realism. That if you can meet this financial target, then you can buy them after the loan players. Assuming, obviously, you're banking on the fact that hopefully you're going to get money after the season if you win a league. So it makes everything more important in transfers and gameplay. Option to buy in loans was removed in FIFA 14. Yeah, oh, that was ages ago. Bloody hell. I didn't think it was that far. It's good to see it back, though. Respond to AI manager initiated player swap proposals. That's cool. The AI will now make you swap proposals. That's cool. That's really cool. The one thing in the transfer thing is that the sell-on clause stuff, it makes it easier to sign players. Because you can just say, oh, I'm going to sell this player on for 25%. I'll give you 25%. But most of the time, you're just playing a career mode and you never end it. You never sell that player, especially if it's a good one. So it's like, it's just a cheat to get the players, but I guess we'll see. I guess it doesn't hurt anybody too much. It's not like a bad thing in the game. It's just a bit unrealistic and it's a bit like a cheat in the game. But that's just me nitpicking. I like how the AI managers will now start to do the same things you're doing and make the AI feel less like a computer and more of a living football world that you're just the manager in one club of. So yeah, customize your career mode with new initial setup options. Okay, get a more true-to-life experience of negotiating signings on the transfer market with authentic transfers, or boost your team's starting budget to help you build your squad for financial takeover. So MGH said that financial takeover is only going to be possible now at the start of a career mode. I don't know if this is, we'll have to see to believe, but I think he was implying that there's no such thing as financial takeover on the catalogue anymore. So I'm not sure if that's going to be a good thing or not. In authentic transfers, going to be a realism mode in regards to the transfer market. So you're saying it's going to be more realistic, like the realism modes? I'm not sure. Obviously, we'll have to see. Obviously, they can say transfers are going to be more realistic, but we'll have to play the game to find out. I think the AI are just going to make more realistic decisions. Not decisions, I mean like transfer realism will come by the loan to buy offers and AI managers. So maybe the loan with option to buy will be something that AI managers do as well. So it'll be more realistic, I think. So if you can do loans with options to buy, and if you can do swap deals, then they hopefully, from what they're implying, the AI teams can do it as well. So that's cool. I think that'll be more realistic, yeah. So these new setup options. So final takeover. So you can boost your team starting budget. So let's say you're Leeds, and you need to boost your budget for the season if you want to just spend it all out in the Premier League straight away. You can do that. But I don't think you'll be able to do that again in the career. I think. Unless it's still in the catalogue. We'll have to find out when we play the game. Or if they give us more information. Get a more true-to-life experience. Oh, is that what you're on about? Get a more true-to-life experience of negotiating signings on the transfer market with authentic transfers. So that's going to be an actual mode setting in the setup of these options. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I think what they mean is that you're either going to have a financial takeover or you're not, and that no financial takeover equals authentic transfers, where you have less money to spend and have the realistic amount of money you would spend for that club. So Leeds wouldn't have that money. Let's say Leeds, for example, you wouldn't have that much money if you didn't pick the financial takeover option. So the two options, they'll call it authentic transfers, and that mode is just going to be no financial takeover. You're stuck with what the money is for your club. Or you could go with the other option, that's financial takeover. So that's going to be interesting. The only bad thing about that could be that financial takeover, you can't do it in the middle of a season. And I always felt that's really cool. You could, obviously, because like in real life, owners can come in and buy clubs in the middle of a season. Why not? But I don't think that'll be able to happen this time. And they've moved financial takeover to the start of career mode. But it gives you more options in terms of at the start of it, at least. So that's good. Road to Glory. Hey Edgy, welcome. Thank you for giving me your thoughts, mate. Road to Glory will be interesting once you get into the championship level with the loan to buy option. Exactly, it makes everything more interesting from the top to bottom, especially for the bottom teams or lower teams, because obviously you can get better players, but you don't always have to worry as much about the money of it all. You know what I mean? You can sign bloody Ibrahimovic if you're like a championship club, maybe. You know what I mean? Just back to the old days of such things. To make it a bit more fun, a bit more, and have a little bit of a, not be as harsh on you in the Road to Glory. Make it a more fun experience. And I think all of this is going to perfect balance from what they're promising. The perfect, it's allowing you to choose what you want to do. You choose what your schedule is going to be. Choose how you're going to dictate your own transfers with more options and how to buy players. And scheduling training, simulating games. How are you going to substitute? Are you going to play half the? If you're losing 2-0, are you just going to let the game play out because you can't be bothered, or are you going to jump in and do it yourself? Giving you more options. How you want to play the game in a more realistic setting, or in a more money setting. It makes you more fun for yourself. Whatever you think is fun, you do it. It's giving you more options, and it's giving you more menus, and it's giving you more chances to manage. It's as simple as that, isn't it? You're just managing your club. If you want to change positions of players, you can do that. I want to see how many positions you can change them into. But right wingers and the right backs, defensive midfielders and centre backs, that's going to change the game. Along with the changes they've already made, like dynamic potential. That was a good change from last year. And they're just continuing. This is the most amount of changes I've seen in a while. Maybe for the past 5-10 years. This is the most changes. Even if you remove intermatching match skim, like let's assume that's always been there, and we assume loan to buy has always been there. Match sharpness, activity management. Is that it? No. Match sharpness, activity management, and revamp growth. That's still 3 new changes that they didn't necessarily have to do. Brilliant, brilliant. So yeah, let's go on to FIFA Ultimate Team. Obviously, we'll have to see more in August, career mode, to cement our thoughts. No, everything I say is not definite. Doesn't mean I'm gonna love it, because we have to play the game. We have to wait to play the game. Thank you for the likes, guys. I really very much appreciate it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share if you haven't yet. I very much appreciate it if you did that. FIFA 21 Ultimate Team. Let's move on to this then. Win together, get rewarded together. Rewarded together. Obviously, the tagline for this game is winners won, because it's called FIFA 21. You get it? But yeah, they are. I wish they did this for career mode, actually, co-op. Maybe they could do that in the future. But yeah, let's focus on Ultimate Team for now. Veggie says we need more of a Football Manager based career mode, like day-to-day activities, and that's why I was so gassed to see the activity management schedule training, mate. That was the first step. That seems to be EA's first. EA's looking at more steps to go on that trajectory, and you have to start. Even if you say it's delayed, or they could have done this ages ago, you got to at least be happy that EA are starting to lean into that Football Manager direction. And obviously, like you said, I hopefully see more detail, like day-to-day activities. I don't think career mode will ever be as detailed as Football Manager, but they're certainly taking a lot of steps this year, I think, from the looks of things. Fabrizio says, I wish they could add more lower divisions, like La Liga B, Serie C, second divisions for the Dutch and Portuguese leagues. stuff like that. Yeah, I feel like EA could do that because they've got the rights to La Liga, don't they? I don't know about Serie A though. Do they have the rights to Serie A? I don't think they do, mate. So maybe it's a rights issue, but yeah, I wish they added them. Because yeah, if you want to do a proper Road to Glory, most of the time your best bet is England. But we want to give players more choice, different countries. If you want to start in the La Liga 4th division, why not? You know what I mean? Ultimate Team, enjoy brand new ways to play with your squad, past and present. Foot co-op, lets you team up with a friend and compete for awards. Now this is something cool. It should have been done ages ago, but it's here now. Foot co-op, and it applies well to me because I have friends who I've always wanted to help them progress in their Ultimate Team. But now we can both impact each other's Ultimate Team, hopefully. We'll see how it works. And make ourselves better in both Division Rivals and Squad Battles. Of course, they're not going to do it in the competitive modes, like the proper competitive modes like Foot Champions. I get why they haven't done that. But you can earn weekly progress still, work towards a brand new co-op objective. You can maybe still get to Foot Champions. You know how if you win enough Division Rivals games, you get that token to go to Foot Champions. You can help each other in Division Rivals, I'm assuming. We'll have to see how it works. New co-op objectives, that makes sense, that reward playing together beyond winning on the pitch. Yeah, exactly. Like, what's the point of playing with this? It rewards you, but also you're having more fun with your mate, whether it's casual player or competitive player. Edgy says, I want the National League. Yeah, people have been saying that for years, you know. I need to learn what teams are in the National League, you know. People have been asking for that for years, to be fair. Yeah, so I've got a friend who I want to play with, and I want to teach him how to play, but we can both play together now, and we'll see how it works with. So it's both squads. So if I've got 4 squads of like different leagues, and my mate's got like 2 squads of certain other leagues, can we choose which squad we choose? Like from the both of us, also from the both of us, me and Dave, for example. Just my mate. I haven't got a mate called Dave, but let's say I got a mate called Dave. Can I just choose one of his squads, or we can? Basically, they combine the squad list, and you can choose whatever squad we both have, and we pick that one of those teams, and we play with them in Division Rivals and Squad Battles. So we'll see how that works. But that's gonna make QA mode more of a social experience and make it not seem as sweaty. You're not just competing with everybody, and every game's a sweat fest where the gameplay is not fun. Hopefully the gameplay is fun, that's a separate issue, but let's assume that you're making it more fun for yourself by not just sweating it out all for yourself all the time. You want to play with other people like Fortnite, like COD, work together for success, you know what I mean? And Fortnite, it's like all these games socially, you can hang out with your mates. That's what makes some of these games so popular, and that's what EA have to make it more fun for everyone. Yeah, we'll have to see how much support. Exactly, sometimes, yeah, they do lie to you about support, and obviously we'll have to see more information to see if they do support that for long, and if obviously servers will be able to handle such things, because sometimes the EA servers can be a bit suspect. Make your Foot Club truly unique with a range of new expanded ways to customize your team's look, both on the pitch and in the stands. Now this is interesting because it could either go in 2 directions. Either one, they continue just adding more designs of tifos and banners, which are cool. It was a cool thing to add in FIFA 20. It made your club feel a bit more you. You could choose what to do. You could choose what to. If you name your team Bum Boys, then they'll appear as a banner on your stadium, whether you like it or not. But they could continue doing that, which is alright. Option. Make cool designs. Some of the designs are cool. Or they could go in the other direction and give you a chance to create your own logo, create your own kits, create your own logo, create your own kits. You are fully making your own club, just like how they do in pro clubs, I think. And this is what I think. This is only one sentence. Sometimes it's only one sentence means it's a bad thing, that they haven't really got much planned. But the Masterbox, I was watching his career mode like talking video about the new features, and he said for Ultimate Team you haven't seen the half of it. He's played, apparently he's seen the customization you can do in the Ultimate Team, and apparently he said I watched him, he said there's so much more and it's so exciting to see, and it's going to get people gassed when they see it. Obviously, he might be just doing that to hype it up, but if you get the chance to actually create your own logo and create your own kits, that would be fantastic. It's already in the game. You've got pro clubs there. Just put it to Ultimate Team, because it's just supposed to be your team as well. So that would be fantastic if they could be able to do that. Obviously, creating your own kits could make the you know, when they make their own design kits, which are very cool designs sometimes. It might make that more redundant if you can create your own kit, but still, I think they should just give people the option. It's always about giving people choice. So yeah, that's what I had the feeling that Master Bucks was referring to that, but obviously you couldn't say anything because they haven't officially announced what the customization is. Yeah, so customize your team's look both on the pitch and in the stands. In the stands. So maybe you can customize your own banners and stuff as well. That would be fantastic as well. So hopefully that's what Master Bucks and EA are doing. Well, Master Bucks aren't doing. Master Bucks, hopefully that's what he was referring to, and that's what EA are going to do. Create your own logo, create your own kits. I've been asking for that for years. I've been wanting that for years. Let's do that. Just makes that club a bit more special. Yeah, you can change it from PS4 to PS5. That's good. They did that for last generation, like jumping over to the PS4. So it makes sense they did that for PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, etc. That's good to see. Thank you guys so much for watching and commenting. I really appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. Share this video with your mates as well. Let them know that I'm talking all things FIFA for you guys, whether I'm live for you or not. You know, I mean, you can watch my videos any day, anytime. Volta football. Volta online. EA, you're bloody geniuses. Wow. Who would have thought it? Yeah, this was a problem since FIFA 20 when they announced Volta, when there was no online. They could have added in halfway through FIFA 20, but they never seem to do big updates. They like to save for the next year so they can get that money. But that's a bigger problem as well. But at least they've done it now. At least they've got online Volta, and that's going to make Volta even better. It's going to make Volta, because I haven't explored any of the stadiums because I just don't play Volta, which is a shame because some of these stadiums do look cool. That new one looks sick on top of a building, but people don't want to play because it's just not fun if you just play by yourself. And the story mode, I'm guessing, is crap. It's only probably 4 hours long anyway. So it's like, we have to wait till people come to my house and bloody play. That was the only time I played Volta, which was like 2 months ago, when someone came into my house and actually played a game. Coronavirus didn't help with that, did it? Bloody hell. So yeah, but yeah, we can play. They should have done it. I don't know why they didn't do this last year. Stupid guys. But they've done it now at least, and it's gonna make Volta so much fun. And obviously, I think the stadiums. Hopefully they make it a bit more arcadey as well. But I don't know if they'll do that. New game pacing. So hopefully that refers to making it a bit more arcadey. And not making Volta feel just like FIFA but on a little pitch. That's the problem with the new FIFA Street. Remember when they did the new FIFA Street thing? They rebooted it, and it was just too similar to FIFA. But it was still fun. But it's just like we want to go back to the old like FIFA Street 2004 days. Like really feel like you're actually on the pitch, like in the park with your mates. New game pacing, intelligent squad movement, rewarding one-on-one situations on both sides of the ball in gameplay. Customize your male or female avatar with street football collectives and celebrity designed collections. Exactly, I didn't touch the shop of Volta because I wasn't on Volta, and maybe with this whole street football thing, you're playing with your mates, pro clubs, how people love pro clubs for customizing your kits and stuff, you can apply that to Volta as well, and it makes Volta that much more fun as well. If only they improved pro clubs as well. People play pro clubs already and people enjoy that mode, so they'll definitely enjoy Volta a bit more now. If only they combined imagine if they combined Volta and Pro Clubs and put effort into both of them and made it a really special place to be. But EA needs to just baby steps for them, isn't it? Recruit the biggest name from World Football and beyond to your Volta squad and featured battles. Now I think this is like their squad battles, like in Ultimate Team, but Volta version, I'm guessing, because it's literally the same thing. Match up against AI controlled star players as well as squads from the Volta community and compete for points and rewards. Well, there now will be more of a community to play with on Volta mode. Good stuff. Yeah, I think this is a good way to get casual players. I think squad battles for Ultimate Team works well for people trying to get into Ultimate Team, and I think this will be a good way to get people into Volta as well. I think this is, they didn't necessarily have to do this, but I think this will be a cool way of me get. I'll definitely check it out as well. Go on AI control teams before you move on to the online section, before you jump in with your mates and not just play by yourself online. You can play both online as well, but by yourself. But again, options, giving options to your players, and that option of online with your mates should have been there since day one. It's a part of modern gaming, you know what I mean? So it just was a mistake to not update the game on FIFA 20, but at least it's here for FIFA 21. Step into the party atmosphere of Sao Paulo's downtown. Bring out the flair and the concrete of Milan Street pitch. Dubai geodesic dome, which apparently looks sick. Apparently, we'll see how that looks. Apparently, the graphics look sensational. It looks great. The stadiums look good. The way you can customize if you want walls on the pitch or not. That's all sick. Now with your mates, it's gonna feel like you're part of something. Like you can hang out with your mates and. Oh god, it's getting me excited. It is getting me excited, but it should have got me excited ages ago. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna be a dead mode. Not gonna be a dead mode anymore. Hopefully. Let me know what you guys think. Will you be checking out for Volta this year, or will you be? Or we'll see. If they have a Volta story mode, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they just got rid of the story mode, for like in general. But I feel like there's still potential with that. They could just implement that into player career mode. That's what I would do. Make it more like NBA 2K. But that's a whole different story. We could talk about that in another video. But yeah, I think that's it for all the information. They don't necessarily need to have story mode in, because I think they've added so much to career mode and added so much to Ultimate Team that it's going to be decent in a way. I think. Well, Ultimate Team's already been stacked with modes because they like investing into that mode because it earns them money. We'll see in the UK if they ban loot boxes, but I don't think they will for FIFA 21 at least. So still got free FIFA points for now in the UK. But yeah, gameplay is going to be a big one, isn't it? It's a big one. Just make it a bit less sweaty, a bit less like realistic, just a bit less, just a bit more fun, a bit more casual, and hopefully this creative runs. Oh yeah, the picture's there. You can see the picture. You can see the line. The guys making creative runs. I didn't even notice that before. You can see Pulisic pointing, and that's you pressing a button, and you can see the line you're making. You can see the specific ones you can make, and that will make attacking a bit less predictable and make defenders less OP, hopefully as well. So that's cool. Yeah, we'll see how the gameplay feels. But career mode, I'm very impressed with. On paper, this looks great. The amount of stuff they're doing looks really good. Really good stuff. Volta, bare minimum changes that they should have made ages ago, but that's gonna make a huge difference to the mode. Story mode, we'll see if they. I don't think they'll have a story mode for Volta. I don't think they will. I think for EA. This is crazy amount of changes. So I don't know if they'll have a story mode, but they don't necessarily need to. I feel like player career mode needs more work. Definitely, I think that's the one. We'll see what they haven't mentioned anything about pro clubs as well. So we'll see how that is. If you want me to talk about that as well, I'm not the biggest pro clubs expert. I haven't played that much pro clubs, unfortunately. But if you want me to do videos about that, let me know in the comments below. Not just in live chat, but after this video's uploaded live. That'd really help me out. Let me know what the people want. Thank you guys so much for watching, commenting as well. Fabrizio says they could do something like World Tour in FIFA Street with generic players. I'm not sure what World Tour was. Is it like where you go from country to country? Didn't they do that in Volta Story mode? I forgot. Didn't we see a menu of people going from country to country? Or was that just story mode? So I'm guessing it wasn't as fun. With generic players, what you mean, mate? Like players in like football. Sorry, mate. I nearly put you in timeout. I haven't put you in time. I accidentally pressed the button. Fabrizio put him in timeout. Oh my days. Yeah, what do you mean by World Tour? Yeah, well, obviously implement that. The good thing when Volta was announced is that it was like a whole separate mode. It's a whole different game, but you're putting it in FIFA 20 in FIFA. Like FIFA Street is combined with FIFA normal FIFA's combined with FIFA Street. Like that's such a good idea, but now they're fully realizing it that when they should have, bit a year later, but they've done it now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna waffle a bit. Yeah, it's a solid announcement for now. The Solomon announcements being made. Obviously, we'll have to see what they're doing, but with career mode at least, I'm very confident for it'll be good, assuming that glitches don't exist at the launch of a game. That's something they need to fix up on after last year. But apart from that, I think career mode's gonna be all good. Ultimate Team, it might be still sweaty. We'll see. We'll see how the gameplay works out. Volta's gonna be more exciting, I'm guessing, but we'll get more news in due course and more opinions coming on and more chats with you guys and me talking about how bad or good this game's going to be, because we're all going to get it probably because we're all football fans, or you could be PES fans. Let me know, I don't mind. World Tour was like a mini career mode for FIFA Street where you would compete in fixtures, dribbling challenges and futsal on national and then international stage. Yeah, that career mode for FIFA Street. Now that is content. No, that sounds. It's like there's no excuse for EA, because in FIFA 5, FIFA 6, FIFA 7, or 2000, the 2000s had so many interesting game modes. Like there's no excuse like, oh, we don't have the space for it now. You have the space. They had time back then to make it fun. You have time now to make it fun. Thank you very much, EA. You just become lazy over the years. But hopefully this is a step in the right direction of becoming less lazy and giving the fans what they want. And I don't think they're going to have it this year for Volta, but hopefully they listen to people like that. If people want that, they'll have it. And yeah, if they have the World Tour in previous FIFAs, then why not have it in this FIFA Street, even though it's called Volta now, but it's basically FIFA Street still. Yeah, fixtures, dribbling challenges, and futsal on national and international level. Yeah, dribbling challenges. Why is there none of that in Street mode? Why not? Why not? I don't know if they do. I think they had some of this in the story mode, but nobody talked about it. Like literally, I have no idea what happened in the story. Nobody talked about it. No FIFA. Like at least Alex Hunter, the journey was memeable. At least it had memes in it and was actually like memorable to some extent. The journey. But FIFA Street story mode, it was just an afterthought, it felt like. And I haven't even played it. I don't even know if it's good or not. So, I think that had some dribbling challenges in there. But we'll see. We'll see. But, yeah. We'll talk about what's going to happen individually, if there will be a story mode, if there will be Ultimate Team changes, also, and how career mode menus will work. I want to see how the menus are which new menus are going to pop up now with all these new features coming in. But yeah, we'll see in due course. Thank you guys so much for watching and chatting with me. I really very much appreciate it. Some new faces that I've never seen before, and that's what I like to see. That's what I love to see, because I want to see loads of opinions from whether you're from this country, UK, where I am, or other countries as well. It's all a good community. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. You're all top men. You're all a top man for watching this video and listening to me waffle about my thoughts about the game, but also giving your time to giving me my thoughts as well, giving me your thoughts as well, and long may it continue. Let me know suggestions for other video chats we want to do, but obviously I think I'll do more FIFA live chats once they announce more stuff. So don't you go anywhere. Don't you go anywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.